it going? It's That Nerd Ryan here, and we are finally talking about Solo today. Um, it's been, I think, over a year since my Rogue One review, and we were supposed to do Solo like a month later, and I just kept putting it off and kept putting it off, and never got around to talking about it. But I got one more week of reading of Rising Storm, so I figured might as well talk about it now. So we're going to be finishing up the movies, the live action movies today. And I think maybe the movies. I gotta double check and see if I reviewed Clone Wars. I think I did. But yeah, so let's completely get into it. So first off the bat, I do have to say, this movie gets a lot of undeserved hate. It obviously isn't the best Star Wars movie. It's not Empire Strikes Back or Revenge of the Sith levels of good, but it's not the worst one either. It's in like the strange middle area of bad and good, and I don't hate it, but I don't like actively go out to watch it. I will say though, one of my favorite recent memories of this movie is I kind of forced my grandma to watch it with me. At least the ending half. I forced her to watch the beginning of Rogue One and the ending of Solo with me. But yeah, and that's basically like my most positive memory about this. I have a negative memory too. I was supposed to see it on opening day, ended up having to work so I can orientate somebody on that day at like 9 at night, and the person never showed up. So yeah, there was that too, which is obnoxious. But yeah, so this movie set up a lot that never got really paid off in the movies, but is kind of getting paid off in the shows and the comics. Mainly introducing very cool characters and very cool concepts. So like Kira and Crimson Dawn, stuff that was probably for a Solo 2 or for something like that, that we've only been getting payoffs in the comics. And I thought we were going to get payoffs in Book of Boba Fett, and we kind of did, seeing the Pikes again, but that was basically it. But yeah, this movie also introduced how Han and Chewie met. And that's something that we're going to talk about for a quick dislike about this in a minute. But all I'm saying basically is this movie liked to introduce a lot of stuff and not do much more of it. I feel like this movie had a checklist of like all the references that happened to Han pre A New Hope and just kind of checked it off on the way. It didn't even feel like a fully formed like story. I mean, it did, but it felt like it had to loop around these checklists to make it a good movie. I mean, not to make it a good movie, but to make it a coherent Star Wars story. Which even then, it kind of is a little bit disappointing, because that means that a lot of the stuff that Han is known for literally happened within a week and not over time. Like him meeting Chewie and him doing the Kessel Run feel like they happened within a week. And that's kind of a little disappointing. But yeah, in this also we get our first, not our first, but a big time jump from Corellia, and we get our first look at Corellia, that's what I meant to say, in canon. And yeah, so here's one of my dislikes, or one of the dislikes, is, like I said, the story, it felt like it was trying to just knock off a bunch of check marks, and that was it. One thing that I don't complain about, though, Alden Ehrenreich was a good young Han Solo. In my opinion, he encapsulated the character perfectly, as a young Han Solo, somebody that would mature into Harrison Ford's swagger, it felt like, which was great. Same can be said for Donald Glover as Lando. Totally felt like a younger version of Billy D. Williams, and great. Kira as a character with Emilia Clarke was a great romantic lead, also a great villain, I should say. And then even having Ray Parker, or Ray Park, no, Ray Parker, I can't think of his name right now, reprising his role as Darth Maul with Sam Witwer voicing him. That was a great twist. Dryden Voss, played by Paul Bettany, was also great. And just the clean, slick Lando look of the Falcon was great. I wish I could have Sean on here right now to talk with me about Solo, because that's his favorite Star Wars film. But what was nice about this movie was it did build up on the lore of Star Wars, and that's what I feel like these anthology movies were supposed to do. And I wish we could get more anthology movies, because building up on lore is one of my favorite things for basically any franchise. And that's why I still enjoy Solo to effect. So, sorry this took so long. Hopefully we'll get into the TV shows next. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, and follow me on all my social media down below. Also, make sure you guys stay tuned for the Rising Storm review. And make sure you guys stay on here for more Star Wars content. It's that nerd Ryan telling you, we're all Jedi Masters on the inside.